Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, 2 years in the making, and today we will be doing a deck build. Well, more of a deck review, but first, we're going to be talking about the future of this channel. It's been a while. Scott just did I'm pretty sure an unboxing, and it's very good. I would definitely recommend you go check that out. And without further ado, we're going to get into this, but also, here's the big thing with this channel is we're going to try to keep video uploads consistent, but it's gonna be hard to. So we're gonna try our best to get you videos, but the thing with Card Wars is it's not as big as it used to. It's a very hard to get off the ground for a YouTube channel. So we're gonna try to keep that going, and let's get into this. Alright, so this is two Useless Swamp, a Sandylands, and a Corn landscape deck, and we're using a moniker from the Doubles Tournament character, and so once during your turn, you may ready a Floop creature. Now, I got that from the Doubles Tournament. Scott will be doing a Doubles Tournament unboxing tomorrow. I recommend you go check that out. He's very good at the game, so you should definitely go check that out. I did also buy a booster box, which I apologize for not uploading because I was not informed we're going to be doing YouTube again. And also, we did, if you would like to check out my first ever video, I only did one video on the channel. It was a deck review with my original deck, and you can tell puberty has hit me with, like, pretty much by a truck. My voice is like different. My deck was awful back then. It was really, really bad, and it was not good. So 2 years later, I am Pat, and I will be getting in with my deck review. Now, if you would like to try to replicate this deck, or you can use this as a base for the deck you are making. So we got a Golden Axe Stump. I got this out of the booster box. Now, whenever your opponent draws a card, deal 1 damage. So that can be a very good card where if someone's constantly drawing cards in their deck. So if you can get a hold of one, I would definitely put it in. We have 2 Lime Slimies. And if you control 3 or more different landscapes, which I do, when he enters play, draw 2 cards. We have 2 of those. Now we have 2 Sailing Sand Crabs. They are from the Doubles Tournament, and when Sailing Sand Crab enters play, you may play a creature with a cost 1 for free. So if you know how to use these properly, this can make a phenomenal combo. Then we have 2 Beach Mummies from the booster box. Return a creature in an adjacent lane to its owner's hand. I have 2 of those. Then we have a Lady Beetle, a rare card. At the start of your turn, you may return a creature that you control with 2 or fewer defense remaining to its owner's hand. Now, that's it so far for our Sandylands cards. Now we're going to get into our Useless Swamp cards, which it's majority Useless Swamp and Corn cards in my deck, so we're going to get into what I have for my Useless Swamp cards, and some of these are from the Doubles Tournament, and some are from my booster box. So, and then there are some generic ones from the other decks, like, what are they, like Lumpy Space Princess and all those boxes. And we did do an unboxing a while back of all those, so I recommend if you're into purchasing, please go check that out. It's somewhere in our channel from a long time ago, but then again, we don't have a lot of videos, so I would recommend you watch that before you buy. And now we're going to take a look at the Useless Swamp. We have Orange Slimy. We have 2 of them. It's if you have 3 or more different landscapes. When he enters play, deal 3 damage to your opponent. I have 2 of them. A Lieutenant Mushroom. When he leaves play during an opponent's turn, that opponent discards 3 cards. A Raise the Dead from the booster box. Most of my foiled cards are from the booster box. It's put a creature cost 2 or less from your discard pile into play. And then we have 2 Immortal Maze Walkers, which I use for my Corn landscape, because when he is on a Corn landscape, he deals triple damage. They're both from the booster box. They're both uncommon cards, and if you can play them right, they are very good. Now we have a Ghost Chest Burster. When he leaves play, draw the bottom card of your deck. The Extraordinary Spider. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to a target opponent for every 5 cards in your discard. So this is a very good late game card, the Extraordinary Spider. If you can play this late game, it will certainly help you. It can destroy creatures, and it will, if you get this at the beginning game, that sucks, but if you can get it at like late game, like towards the end of your deck, it can be very helpful. Now we have 3 spells, 3 Bloodbaths, which are personally my favorite spell. I won games off it. What it does is target foe may discard a card with a cost 2 or greater. If they do not, deal 5 damage. And back a while ago when I was playing Troy, he does have a video on the channel. We were playing, he had 4 health left, and he had like nothing in his hand, and I just beat him with it. So, once again, this goes around with my Extraordinary Spider. It's a very good late game card. Now we have the Granary Weevil from the Doubles Tournament. Destroy this card. Destroy target opposing creature in this lane, and any creature with the same name in play. So they have an overpowered card, and they have multiple of them, and they're both in play. You can just destroy them with that. Now, the Bayou Fountain, also from the Doubles Tournament. If you discard, your creature in this landscape has +1 attack. Now, that's usually not good, but if you read the fine print in the parentheses, you can use it as many times. So if you could have 20, you can keep drawing cards, and if you discard 20 cards, your creature has 20 attack for that turn. So if you can put this card in an empty lane, that could really just give you the game right there. So we have 2 of those from the Doubles Tournament. The Staff of Fertility, I can't pronounce that for my life. Add damage to a target creature until it has 1 defense remaining. So you can basically take a card out with that. Now, the Bog Palace is also from the Doubles Tournament. A lot of my cards did come from the Doubles Tournament, which Scott is going to get really in-depth with. So you should definitely all check that out. I'm gonna stop saying that, but, you know, once again, it's pretty good. And then there's the Bog Palace. Your creature in this lane has +3 attack at the start of turn of each of your... at the start of each of your turns, discard a card. Alright, not bad. So that's going to end all of our useless swamp cards. Now we're going to get into our corn and then rainbow. So first up for our corn cards is the Fancy Zebra Corn. And he has +1 defense for each different landscape you control. And now we're going to take a look at the Rebounding Zebra Corn. And he gets +1 attack for each different landscape. We have 2 of those in my deck. Now we have a rare card from the booster box, Great Bud. And if you play only if you played a non-corn creature this turn, deal 5 damage to a target creature. Then we have the Log Knight. Flute, put a building from your hand in this lane below if you don't have one. Now, a funny part about this card, I have 3 all corn eyes. Now, they are a very generic card, but if you get them out of the booster box, they're a 1 cost. If you get them out of a regular deck, they're a 2 cost. So, I was fortunate to find 3 of them. So, I'm definitely using them because it's +1 defense for each different landscape you control. So, I was fortunate enough to pull 3 of them, so I put all 3 in my deck. Now, we're going to take Pirate Bear, a very good card. When he enters play on a useless swamp landscape, it deals triple damage, just like the Immortal Maze Walker on corn. He does it on useless swamps. He's a 1 cost, 1 attack, 3 defense. Once again, he is a very useful card, especially since I have 2 useless swamp landscapes. Now we're going to look at the Feedman. The Feedman from the Doubles Tournament. When he enters play, the next creature you play this turn costs 1 less to play. So once again, you can use this card in a good combination. It could work very, very well. Now we're going to look at the Young Zebra Corn Husker. Wow, that's a very long name. They put some thought into that one. If Young Zebra Corn Husker leaves play during your fight phase, you may put it on the top of your deck, which, once again, you can basically just keep loop of this card. It's a very good card with 2 attack and 5 defense. We have 2 of those. That ends our corn card part. Now we have our rainbow cards, which is not a lot. We have the Snake Eye Ring. Put a random useless swamp creature from your discard pile to your hand. We have 2 of the goats. When he enters play, if it is replaced, it replaces a creature, draw a card. And all of my rainbow cards are 0 cost cards, which can come in. They can be very handy in certain parts of the game. Now we have the Void Thimble. Lose 2 hit points, gain 1 action. So basically, all you have to do is deal 2 damage to yourself, and then you just gain an extra action. And our last and final card comes in the Doubles Tournament once again. Scott, I'm looking at you because I know you want another one of these cards for your deck. And make the right trade. I will definitely maybe give it to you, but till then, it will be in my deck. Family Gathering. And you choose another player and a landscape you control. Draw a card for each of their creatures that match this landscape. So, a very useful card. Now, before I wrap this up, I'm going to take a look at my booster box cards. We have some cool cards I have, which I was finally able to collect every gnome. Now, the gnomes are... Personally, I'm not a fan of the gnomes, because, like, the yellow gnome, he's a corn card. You deal 1 damage to each opposing creature that is in a nice lane, and they all do that. But the problem is, if you're not playing someone in a nice lane, it's almost a waste of a card. So that's the problem with the gnome cards. I wouldn't recommend you using them, which I have almost every single one. So we have the yellow, 2 blue, a life beater gnome, a green gnome, and 3 fancy pants gnomes, which all basically deal 1 damage to each opposing creature that is in a specific landscape. Like blue gnome is used to swamp, a life beater sandy lands, green gnome is blue plains, and the fancy pants gnome is a cornfield. But they can be a very good card, but if you don't know what your opponent is using, so if they don't have any of the cards that, like if they don't have any nice lands, this card is rendered useless. So I would definitely recommend you do not use the gnomes. But on the other hand, we have the slimies, which I feel can be very useful. I have my orange slimies and lime, but there's also the blue slimy, the strawberry, and the yellow slimy. And then that's pretty much it. Another personal card I do keep on my desk is from the doubles tournament. It's like a special promotion card, which of course Scott will probably get into with you guys. Now I'm gonna thank you all for watching. Now if you would like to check out me before puberty hit me like a train, I would definitely recommend you go check that video. We do some great, there's some deck builds, there's some great trading sessions, battles, openings, box openings. There's a lot of good stuff on our channel. I definitely recommend you look up. There's not a lot of Card Wars YouTube channels. At the moment, we have 29 subscribers, which is not a lot, but it shows that 29 people still like this game, which it means a lot. If you guys want to give us a subscribe, give us a like, that shows that people still care about this game. Thank you all for watching, and please check out our next videos, and goodbye.